Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you guys about margin. And margin is, what is margin? What do you think I want to talk about when I talk about margin, Adrian?
Having space in between appointments.
Yeah, because a lot of times if you're a business person and you're going from one thing to the next, you really don't have enough time for your brain to recalibrate for the next appointment. And it's just not a good experience going from back-to-back appointments. So create margin between things so that you can be fully present and have a better experience in that moment with your next appointment. When we don't have margin, life happens, and then that creates more stress and unnecessary things happening in your life when all you got to do is take a breath and put some space in between appointments, as opposed to trying to cram every little single thing into every little space of your time through the day. So trust me, if you don't do that, you will have more stress. If you like having stress in your life and being upset and having a lot of negative emotions and probably a whole bunch of those bad chemicals like cortisol running through your system, then cram everything into your day and in between the spaces and don't even leave any time to breathe. So today's word of the day for Adrian is margin. What's the word, Adrian?
Margin.
What's it called?
Margin.
Margin.
Have some
Not
space.
Margie from, what's the name of that show anyway?
Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Yo, margin.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, what else?
I want to talk about, we have career night coming up on Monday. It's going to be at our office from 6 until 7.
What kind of career night?
It's going to be a Hawaii real estate career night. And we're going to be talking.
Okay, wait a minute. You said Hawaii real estate career night. That didn't tell me anything. What is it about? Like every imaginable career in Hawaii?
Hawaii real estate.
There you go.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Career night. And we're going to be talking about what it takes to be successful in real estate, and specifically on our team.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about what kind of time you're looking at, how much money you got to invest in it, and then what are the key attributes that we're looking for people to come join our team. All right. And tell them again, when is it and when can they RSVP?
Yep. So RSVP now, or just show up. That's fine. We'll handwrite your name tag.
What date and time?
It's going to be on March 2nd from 6 until 7 at our office. You can go to, what is it, Real Estate Career Night? Or no, HawaiiCareerNight.com.
Yeah, HawaiiCareerNight.com. The address is 2116 Lau Willy Willy Street. That is unit 106. 106. And you can't miss it because we have a wrap vehicle parked right in front of the front door that's got our Team Lally logos and everything on it.
Well, you're also going to learn how top agents build six-figure careers, overcome challenges, and succeed with the right systems and support.
Okay.
Well, speaking of a successful business person, we have Brian Samson from Cleanscape. He's going to give us his tip of the week about cleaning.
Hi, Brian. Can you hear us okay?
Hey there. Always good to see you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you got for us this week from Cleanscape?
Oh, you are going to love this, especially you, Attilio. I think you're going to enjoy.
Yeah. So
when is the last time that you cleaned out your pantry?
I think here's a more, I'll give you the accurate statement. The last time I cleaned a pantry, my mom, growing up in Hawaii, we have this influence from the Asian culture, and there's this big thing about cleaning your house before the new year. And so probably the 5th grade, I had to take all the pots and pans and all the cans and stuff out of the pantry and then clean it. But that was like 5th grade.
Yeah. So
I've never cleaned up my pantry.
My son found some expired food from popcorn from he said it was 2000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he found a Bart Simpson's candy bar.
Him and his friends were
and they bought it when the show was actually running live.
Yes,
The Simpsons.
Well, I think you guys are perfectly normal. Not a
Yeah.
great situation, but it's perfectly normal. The average person does not clean their refrigerator, does not clean their pantry. When I visit my parents on the mainland, I find ketchup
Yeah.
bottles from 2012 and pickles and salad dressing. Don't get me started on salad dressing. They're
No, it started as cucumbers, but then it ended up as pickles.
yeah. So, oh my gosh, this stuff is gross. But
Yeah.
Cleanscape is here to help. Our tip of the week is clean out your pantry, clean out your refrigerator, clean out all those old, disgusting, gross, expired items, cans, salad
Yes.
dressings, all that stuff. And we do that. It's a service that we
Wow.
started to add by popular demand because it is just gross. And I think where it really started, it's not always the salad dressings from 2012. You know what was the catalyst was COVID and the pandemic. So as all these
Yes.
restaurants shut down, in 2020, 2021, everyone wanted to start learning how to cook and make sourdough bread and learn how to be 5-star chefs at home. So there was so much more grocery shopping than there was takeout, eating out, all that stuff. And then, year or two goes by, you're kind of finished learning how to be a sourdough bread master, and all of a sudden you're back to your daily life. You're getting takeout, DoorDash, Uber Eats, you're going out to eat. Normal life is back, but you forgot to get rid of all those old ingredients when you were trying to become a 5-star chef. So I encourage you, open that pantry, open the fridge. But if you don't want to do it all yourself, contact us because we are used to it and we've heard all the horror stories of what's growing inside that old mac and cheese box, what's growing inside that old can of spaghetti sauce. You don't want to open it. It's scary stuff. In fact, I think it might have even been the beginning of a horror movie. So call Cleanscape. We will take care of it.
Yeah, you guys definitely go above and beyond most other cleaning companies. I mean, that's just that right there, this little organization and cleaning out of the cupboards and cleaning out of the refrigerator. That's just above and beyond.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And I'm sure there's all sorts of other little things that you guys do differently than most cleaning companies. And we'll look forward to hearing those tips.
Well, I'll tell you what's inside those things. Botulism. So unless you want to start a plague inside your house, you should have Cleanscape come over and clean your pantry and your refrigerator and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Hey. Well, thank you, Brian.
Oh, wait, Brian, what's the phone number?
Oh, our phone number, 808, but everybody already knows that, 468-7538. We will be happy to help you. We've got our operations manager, Anthony, standing by, ready to put you on our calendar.
All right, for those people that they ran for the pen and it was all crusty and dry and they couldn't write it down, that number one more time, 468?
7538.
468-7538. 468-7538. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, thank you.
Aloha. All right. So that was Brian from Cleanscape. He is an expert we trust. You can go to the resource tab on teamlally.com and you'll find all of the experts we trust. And Brian with Cleanscape is just one of many. We've got a review, another 5-star review. This one is from Fitty Royal Music. Holly was very much helpful and instrumental in helping me and my wife to find the house that suits our every need. We are so thankful for her time and patience with us. Also, sharing her knowledge helped us to come to a conclusion in choosing something that works for us. To that, I want to say much appreciation, Holly. I would definitely recommend and looking forward to working with her in the future. Good job, Holly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So speaking of someone who is amazing as well, we've got Bradley Mariyama.
With Allstate Insurance. He's been one of our experts we trust for, I guess, from the beginning.
OG.
Yeah, probably 12, 13 years now.
Well over a decade.
Hey, Bradley.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good,
Hello,
good.
hello.
What you got for us this week?
All right, so we had some bad weather, this last couple
Mm-hmm.
of weeks, and
Yeah,
you know, uh, insurance agents aren't insurance adjusters, but we're here to help advocate and at least help our insureds navigate their way through the claims process. And so, with that, we had ton of calls come through. And we've been finding that a lot of people that file claims over the last couple of years with all this insurance disruption, that a lot of people are getting non-renewed from various carriers. Not, it's
yeah,
part of the industry standard now. You file a claim, and a lot of times you get non-renewed.
yeah.
That also doesn't come from an adjuster; it comes from an underwriting department. But things have changed a little bit. So now, instead of being really quick to file a claim, we've been having insureds actually go and get some estimates to get an assessment to see how bad the damage is. Can it be fixed, or is this something that needs to be replaced? And even beforehand, a lot of the roofers are going to be able to at least let you know, was this wind driven,
Mm-hmm.
or was the home or the roof wear and tear, meaning the roof might have been 20, 25 years old, and it was damaged due to the wear and tear. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, instead of just being quick to file a claim, try to call a licensed roofer to get an assessment done prior to filing that claim, because we've been finding that sometimes it's wear and tear, or the damage is only $2,000,
Mm-hmm.
and many of the insurers out there only carry $1,000 deductible. So before you put
Okay.
yourself at risk, call your agent. Although we're not adjusters, we can at least help you advocate and advise. Is this something that we file or something we don't?
Yeah. I think that's a good move because you guys are in the industry every day. There's a saying, the best insurance is the one you'd never have to use. And so we're not like on a day-to-day basis, like driving to work going, oh, I wonder what the deductible is on my homeowner's insurance. And, you go pick up the kids and take them to soccer practice. Oh, I wonder what is covered on, what is all this stuff on? No, nobody talks about it until something happens. And I think that's a smart move to call your agent. Call Bradley.
Yeah, call
Yeah,
Bradley.
I think
and
even if you're not agent, not your agent, you should call Bradley.
Yeah, he will make
yeah,
sure that you have the
absolutely.
right coverage, right?
And I just wanted to throw this out there too.
Yeah.
March 16th, we finally got approval on a new homeowners insurance product, and
Okay.
I kind of commend Allstate for this because they're trying to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Like our car insurance, they're going to have what's called a claim forgiveness program for homeowners insurance. So,
Yeah.
like I just said, right now you file a claim, you don't know, or we don't know if it's going to be renewed or not renewed.
Yes.
But the new product's going to give you the capability of adding on a rider to say, okay, if I file a claim, I know my homeowner's insurance will not be non-renewed. That's
Okay.
one thing. Another thing that we kept complaining and asking for is that homeowners deductibles are typically no more than $1,000. Well,
Uh
all
huh.
states now gonna have capabilities up to 5%. So some people are like, I'm only gonna file the large claims, so I want a larger deductible to drop my premiums down.
Yes.
That's going to be another capability we have, and we're also going to be able to play with the amount of contents coverage you have. So
Yeah.
on $1 million structure, right now you're forced to get 750,000 or 75% of that dwelling coverage.
Yeah.
But with the new product, we're going to be able to go down to 30, 25, 30% of the dwelling coverage if you only have 300,000 worth of content. So
Yeah.
um, we're going to be able to really customize the product for each insured. We've also found that the newer projects or the newer homes, 20 years or newer, will have a cheaper premium.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that go with it. The fixtures are newer, the roof is newer, so those newer homes will see lower premiums. So, look out for that. Give us a call because
Yeah.
we may be able to save some money with the new product coming on March 16th.
You got that character Mayhem, yeah?
Yeah.
Mayhem. You know Mayhem.
Mhm.
You met him? No. Hope you never meet Mayhem, right? Because that means like something's going sideways in your life. but I have two new characters for these programs that I just thought of. For the one with the small deductible, you should have this character named Nervous Nelly. Oh my goodness, this pebble fell off my roof. I need to file one claim. That's Nervous Nelly character. And then the other one where they have the big deductible, where they're like, hey, you know what? Life is good. Don't worry about it. Confident Connie. Confident Connie. I'm confident. You know, life is good. And, you know, hey, this pebble fell on my head. But that, you know, it was just a pigeon. That's what that was. No big deal. Wipe it off. Go. We don't need file claim. Confident Connie.
So Bradley, these new options,
Yeah.
they're going to take place. They go into effect.
You said March?
Like mid-March, and it's going to offer just additional flexibility.
Yeah.
It's more
Additional flexibility. Yeah. And it's gonna make Allstate agents have to dig deeper and ask more questions instead of it just being transactional. You know, we're going to be able to dig deeper and customize a product for each, for each insured, because some people may want a cheaper premium. Some people may want a lower deductible. So it's just going to be more customizable for the insureds. Absolutely.
So Bradley, you're going to be busy making calls, right, to all your clients and saying, okay, let's customize. We got some new options.
Yes.
So if you're a Bradley Maruyama Allstate customer, be on the lookout for his reach out from his team.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna. Yeah.
Go ahead, Bradley.
No, I think that makes a great point, because we're gonna be having to reach out and at least review everyone's policy, because some people may say, you know what, I do have in your home in Eva Beach or Kapolei, and I want to see if I could save some money. So absolutely.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of that Burger King commercial from the 80s. They were at a like like a fashion show, but it was a fashion show in Russia, and they were talking about how like at Burger King you have it made your way, but at the other places it's like the Russian fashion show. They had the lady, she's wearing a gray smock house dress, and she comes walking out, beach wear, and all she's doing is carrying on beach ball, and then she comes out with the same dress, evening wear, and then all she has is one tiara on, but it's the same dress. So you guys are like more variety, catering to the person, so it's not like a Russian fashion show where everything is the same.
Yeah.
Yep. So even if you are not with Bradley yet, I would encourage all of our listeners, just give Bradley a call, let him run through the different options and see what's a better fit.
Yeah. And go on YouTube, look up that commercial. It's hilarious.
Bradley, what's a good number for any of our listeners?
Yeah, what's a good number?
The best number is area code 808-591-8016. And another thing that we have 8 people that can answer the phone, so the phone should never go to voicemail.
Never go to voicemail. Nice.
8 people on our team. Yes.
Good teamwork.
8 people.
That's
ocho.
The high service level from Bradley and his team.
Yeah. Absolutely. Bradley, he always answers his phone. One time I called him. I'm gonna recycle one joke. I called Bradley one time. I was like, Bradley, what is that beeping sound in the background? I was like, beep, beep, beep. He's like, oh, I'm having open heart surgery, but I take my calls seriously. They're like, surgeon, hold on. I got to take this call. No.
Bradley forwards his calls to his
He has a team.
He does. He's got a great
He has a team because you don't.
They are sharp and they're ready to take your calls.
Because you want Bradley having a good night's sleep so he can help with the team, because the team is how you provide that high level of service. How do we know that? Because that's the way we do it with our real estate services too, with the team. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Bradley.
Thank you, Bradley.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
We're going to see you soon at our
soon.
meeting.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, Bradley.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, that's Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance. Again, if you go to teamlally.com and go to the resource tab, you'll see all of our experts that we trust right there.
By the way, if at the Team Lally website, it's never just a static thing that just stays the same way forever and ever. We're constantly updating it, but you can, if you're a realtor in the industry and you want to protect your reputation and have good vendors to send your clients to, all you have to do is go to teamlally.com, go to the resource tab, and go to the experts we trust.
Yep, we vetted them all.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to take a break, but stay with us. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Jeanette Macaluso of Winners Camp Foundation. We'll talk about teen leadership, real transformation through challenge, and what young people in Hawaii need most right now.
So stay with us.
Hey, you know someone that moved to the mainland but left the rental property behind? So Amber wanted to create a new investment opportunities on the mainland, but she had to sell her island rental first. So she reached out to our good friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Handling the business virtually with Amber, Adrian and Attilio came prepared with multiple 5-star selling strategies, including adjusting Amber's selling price expectations, and the home sold in days. If you're in the market to sell your home and you want a team that will make you the most money with the least amount of drama, you can trust our good friends, Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally. Give them a call today, 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. They're trusted. You see their signs all over in my community. Visit teamlally.com today. That's teamlally.com today.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Honolulu is Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now, thanks for joining me today. What's the number one reason homes don't sell on time?
Sean, sellers are in denial. They are stuck in the previous market and not pricing their homes properly.
How do you solve that problem?
We have a 12-step program. The first step is to have a smart pricing strategy. We follow the 10-10-0 rule. 10 showings, no offers, we have to adjust. 10 days on the market, no showings, another adjustment. For the other 11 steps, give us a call.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And you can start packing.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In Honolulu, I work with Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Adrian, Attilio, and their team sell a home every 72 hours and have over 750 5-star reviews. Go to teamlally.com and find out in just seconds what your home is really worth.
Check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody. So we have a guest, and it is Jeanette, and she is the Hawaii Kai native who finished, well, she's with Winners Camp Foundation, and she is a Hawaii Kai native who first attended Winners Camp at 15 during its early years at the Kamehameha Ridge. I almost said Kamehameha because I'm an alumni, and all Hawaiian words look like Kamehameha. No, at the Kamehameha Ridge site in 2000, an experience she describes as life-changing. After that first camp, she volunteered regularly while property was still being developed, helping contractors and learning hands-on skills that built her confidence and leadership.
She later became a camp leader before stepping away to raise her family. And then after COVID, when her daughter attended camp, Jeanette felt called to return and help rebuild the organization. Today, camp is truly a family effort, and what drives her most is seeing the transformation in teens year after year. Please welcome our guest, Jeanette. And then can you pronounce your last name?
Macaluso?
Macaluso, is that the correct way? Okay.
It's Macaluso.
Macaluso.
Yeah. My husband's last name, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, welcome, Jeanette.
And all right. So anything else you wanted to share with us, like right off the bat about the camp? Anything? When is the next camp?
Our spring break camp is coming up March 15th to the 21st. So I think we're under 20 days away. Our leaders come in 12 days. So our leaders come a bit ahead of the campers.
Okay.
And then campers come in less than 3 weeks. We're counting down.
Yeah. Are you guys all full? Still got spaces?
We still have spaces. Our spring break camps are typically a little bit smaller than our summer camps.
Okay.
I like to refer to them as our building camps. They're really our camps when I put a lot of stress on our leaders and really build them up and train them up for our summer camp.
Okay.
All right, so Winners Camp, it's been around for a very, very long time. When when did it actually start? And tell us a little bit about the origin story of this Winners Camp.
Yeah, absolutely. So Winners Camp was founded by Delarice Gregoire. She's our founder, and she stepped down 2 years ago as our ED. She's been here for about 39 years. And it was started with this idea of giving teens tools. So she attended a seminar called Money and You because she wanted to make money and be successful. That was how she was going to succeed in life. And while she was at that seminar, all these tools that she was teaching, she had one of those aha light bulb moments and reflected that if teens had these skills, that they would be able to, as adolescents, make successful life choices. Mm-hmm. And so she started it with a bunch of psychologists and educators and really developed this idea, this 7-day immersive hands-on experiential learning program for teenagers, so that adolescents, when they're going through this difficult time in life, that they can learn how to make good choices, so that they can focus on communication. They can learn how to talk to their parents and really succeed in ways that, is difficult sometimes as adolescents.
Yeah.
So last year we celebrated our 40th anniversary. Winners Camp and I turned 40. Mm-hmm. And so now we're on to 41 years and we're still doing the same thing. We're still running almost exact same curriculum because just like teenagers don't really change, right? Generation after generation. Like when I look at myself as a teenager, the struggles that I had are so similar to the ones that our kids currently have. We're not as a species, we're not changing that much in, 30, 40 years. So we run about the same curriculum and we really see the difference that it makes in lives of kids and their families.
Yeah, it's the human condition, right? Which is timeless. 1,000 years from now, teenagers are still going to be terrible. No, not going to be terrible. They're going to be challenging. They're going to be challenging. What's different?
Yes, and that's the point. They're supposed to push against their parents. That's how we say, okay, you can get out of the house and leave, and I don't want you here anymore.
Yes. And so, but not at midnight, and then sneaking back in through one window. For the kids, what's different from 40 years ago? The phone. Mm-hmm. Talk about the technology. Technology, smartphones, social media.
Yep. Phones and social media. So, they're so connected, but they're still so isolated. Mm-hmm. And it's, they're on the phones all the time and they're getting input and they're seeing comments and they're chatting with their friends. But once the phones go down at night and they're still alone in their bed, they're still with themselves with our thoughts, just as we are as adults, right? But it's really created more of a dichotomy where they're not having this play and this fun that they used to have and this eye-to-eye human connection. In middle school and high school, we used to sit down and talk to each other at recess. Now everyone is sitting there on their phone. And so it's really created this isolation despite connection. And they're missing this real belonging, right? Where do I belong and who do I have a connection to? Instead of having those couple best friends, you're always worried about, who's talking behind my back or are they saying something? And that social media, even though now you can send memes and you can send chat, it really has created isolation. So at camp, we really focus on building trust and building teams and no phones, no social media. So, within the first several hours, because we're playing so many games and doing so many activities, they're having fun. They're breaking down some of those walls that they've built up in order to protect themselves.
Yeah.
And there's, this other thing that I've been realizing, they need safe discomfort, right? So what does that mean? They need to be uncomfortable in order to learn, but it has to be safe. And that's something that we really focus on at camp. It's building teams and doing it through fun activities. And that's all due to my team leaders. Like at 40 being a mom and having my kids up here, I'm this old lady. That's not something that I can do, but their peers can do it. So our team leaders are the ones that help them through this bottom up leadership, really build all of those connections. So no, I'm anti-phone. Yes, my children have phones. They're 99% to get a hold of me. They're obviously on Instagram. They send me funny reels, but it a little teases me size every time that they do it. And at the same time, I as an adult, it really is how I connect with my friends. But at the same time, it still can be very isolating. I still have to make a concerted effort to get together with my girlfriend and see them face to face.
Yeah. I would say you guys should have a ceremony. I want to introduce a new ceremony. When the parents come to bring them to camp, and they're saying their goodbyes. And then after the parents leave, you take them up to the top platform and they throw the phones off into Sea Life Park. No, the parents would be flipping out. These are like $1,000 iPhones. Just kidding. But yeah, it's interesting.
And we want to be able to get a hold of our kids.
Yeah. It's like,
we want to be able to, right? Like, where are you? When are you coming home? So
yeah.
It's a double-edged.
It is a double-edged sword, and I think that we've lost that ability at that age to be able to communicate with people, like you said, eyeball to eyeball, voice to voice. We're losing that ability to go somewhere without a computer telling you how to get there. And just that cognitive ability of being able to figure things out. So I feel like your camp is really awesome. Here's the deal, folks. If you're listening, countries, Britain, England, Australia, 100% ban of phones in the schools. So here's my message to the DOE.
I think that they have done that for elementary and middle, right? For this upcoming school year.
Elementary and middle school. Elementary school, they're banned. Middle school, you can only have it outside of school hours.
Yeah.
And pushing for high school. So it's happening. Since the last time we talked, for me, that's my change, right? Like last time it was just kids are using phones in class, can't control it. So it really is happening.
Yeah.
And the same thing at the dinner table. As I really focus, we used to have dinner at the dinner table every single night. Everyone is so busy now. So I'm like, we're still sitting there 5 days a week. And I want to, another thing is I move it into games so that as teens, as parents with teens, it's really difficult to play, right? They're so busy and we're so busy. But we try to do game night every single night and there's no phone. Like there's music, we have fun, a couple nights a week, we play games. We're super into Mantis right now. I do not like Taco Cat, Goat, Pizza, whatever that game is.
Yeah.
I'm very, very bad at it. But I really try to push no phones at the dinner. Well, we don't have phones at the dinner table, but also moving into a game night, playing games and having that fun together so that you're having connection in a different way.
Yeah.
It's not just going to school, did you do your homework, those type of check-ins, but phones down and having play and doing fun things together.
All right, let's share our favorite. My favorite board game is Sorry. I like sending Adrian back to home plate.
Oh, that's my
Sorry.
husband's.
What's your favorite, Adrian?
I like that.
That's
game.
my husband's.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
You like Sorry?
Game. Yeah.
Okay, you should say that word more often, though. The board games are like awesome. I mean, we raise our kids on playing board games. They love to play. Catan is now. They still like to play Catan and all that with the older kids. I'm like, nerd out, man, because you're nerding out like that creates connection. And here's a tip for you parents out there with letting your kids bring the phone to the iPhone to the table. Did you know they have done swabs of the phone? And the phone is more dirty than the toilet seat in your house. So you're literally bringing a toilet seat to the dinner table. Stop doing that.
All right. So Jeanette, like what could be expected? Like, what's on the itinerary? What happens during this spring break camp? Or can you share? Is it top secret?
So we're 7 days, 6 nights, and it's all experiential learning. So we teach sprint doing. So I'll be up on the stage with other facilitators, and we'll talk about things. We'll talk about, habits and how habits can help you be successful in life and having good habits, or public speaking and how to use public speaking. But then we go out into our rope courses and out into our grounds, and we learn through play. So that's really how we teach everything. So then you're able to see when you have a bad habit of ignoring people and not listening, how your team is going to suffer. And see how you have to be a team player in order to achieve things. Resilience is a huge thing. We have our 5 R's that we teach, but resilience is something that I see a lot of kids struggle with.
Yes.
And almost all of our activities we do, they're meant to be difficult and meant for you to fail the first couple times. Because if you're not learning through failure or having to try a little harder, you're not really learning, right? Just like muscle building. And that's another thing that I see with kids. They have this huge fear of failure.
Yeah.
And, I've heard several kids over the last 8 years say, I'd rather not try than fail. And I think that, again, is something through the media and social media has really pushed. So they're out there every day. We do morning stretches. They're in our course room doing academics in the morning, and then they're out on the rope courses, learning through play and learning through doing. They're having to brainstorm together and talk to each other and figure out how are we going to move this ball from one cone to another cone with 2 pieces of rope.
Yes.
So it's really strategy games, but also that teamwork, and how my team leaders help facilitate that. And through our bottom-up leadership, they really all do it through peers. Our leaders, they create this really strong sense of team that a lot of the time kids are missing in school and in home life, and with their friends, where they know at camp, every single one of those team members is rooting for their success, because in order to get to lunch, they got to finish this activity.
Yeah.
And then in the evening, we do more fun and games and dancing.
Yeah.
So it's nonstop fun, but they're learning throughout the entire time. They're learning through fun, and we're debriefing and we're asking them critical thinking questions. What was hard about that event? What did you like? What didn't you like? And then pushing them to answer a little bit more. And it always happens through the magic of camp and through the magic of everything we do. We get there.
Yeah. I want to do a little Venn diagram overlap. So there's the Venn diagram, which is, the circles, and then they overlap. And I want to say that Winners Camp is in this one circle. And there's another circle, which is called Camp for Adults. It's called PSI Seminars. And a lot of because Adrian's kids have gone, I've gone up to drop the kids off, we've
Actually, my youngest is going to be at the spring break camp this
Yes.
year. Yes. He missed last year because we were on a cruise.
I know.
Yes, but he's coming back, and we're excited to send him.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
Yeah. And then, so I'll be there with the drop off, seeing all the teenagers flopping on the ground right by the gate going, no, I cannot give up no, but they got to give up the phone. And you said something earlier and you said it really quick, but I want to circle back to it, because what you guys do at Winners Camp is the same thing that we do at our adult camp called PSI Seminars.
Experiential learning.
Experiential learning. And I will tell you, they have done studies. That is the most powerful neural pathway changing way to learn something.
Yes, by
You tell
doing.
a child,
Yes.
that pot on the stove is hot. Nah, it's not hot. And you touch
Yeah,
it
right?
once, and they will never touch it again. Not that you guys are going to be burning the kids with hot pots or anything like that, but being in the experience creates the most impactful learning. And what you guys are teaching them, and I see it all over the walls, and when we go up and visit, core values or just values in general.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with likes.
And perspective and
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah.
And just trying to rewire some of that maybe negative self-talk that they have, with all the social media.
It is. And they're
Yep.
they're out there on the rope courses.
Yes.
An event. They're trying to balance on a slack line. They have somebody helping to support them. They've got a teammate that they're supporting. And we use all of those affirmations again. And we tell them, focus. You're going to choose one idea that you're going to do and focus. You're to follow one course until successful. We just tell them focus. And they hear that, and it becomes a little bit of a mantra for them. And they remember it through the event, and they carry it with them. And, a lot of our affirmations that we use, kids, I run into so many people in the last year or so who forgot that they had gone to camp, but then remembered when they see me out and about.
Yeah.
I was at Macabre, I was at Hawaii camp, and I've always carried, if it's to be, it's up to me in my life. Or when the trust is high, the drama is low. And that's my favorite one, especially as a mom of teens, right? Hey, you've got high trust, that means there's low drama. So those are all those affirmations that we take out there on the rope courses when they're out there learning through doing, right? And they're out there struggling, right? Am I going to fall off of this rope course? How am I going to get to the end? So, no, but lots of fun.
Yeah. And we know,
safety's my number one. Fun is right there.
Yeah. And I was just about to say that we know that parents hearing this are like, oh my goodness, these kids, they have to do something scary. Go outside. Yes, it's scary
and
outside.
Talk to each other.
And make eye contact. It's so weird. But it is a safe environment, even with the low ropes courses you guys have, and you guys being up there at the top of the Ko'olaus. Completely safe environment, but it's experiential learning. the one thing that you said too was resiliency. These it's super important, and I'm going to be dramatic to make the point. Teen suicide has never been at its highest point because of that lack of resiliency.
Yep.
When you have an absence of resiliency, you're just going to take the easy way out. And I know it's heartbreaking for the families that are left after that. But parents, get these kids up there to teach them something that we are lacking with these kids these age nowadays with all the social media. And I think it's important. Before, when I was young, we go camp because that's what we wanted. I didn't want to go to summer school. I'd rather go to camp. But now it's right? Something that's majorly important. Parents, this class should be full already. This class should be full with a wait list right now. Hopefully after this show will be.
The other thing, as parents or as a mom, it's something that I think I should be able to help my kids with, or all of these things. But it's really not, some of these things, they're at a time in their lives where it's not something that we can help them with. It needs to be from an outside source, right? Every time I open my mouth to say something to my kids, I feel like it's immediately like eye roll, whatever, mom talking. So it really needs to come in skills at a peer level, that feeling of belonging, and that you don't have this incredible pressure to perform. It's much stronger at a peer-to-peer level, which is why we have peer team leaders. And so it's good to look for outside sources for support for kids just in life. And it's not, Winners Camp is not we're not a camp for kids who are struggling. We're not a camp for kids we're for everybody. If you're a teenager, that's who we excel at. And it really needs to come from other sources. And, our schools, because of budgeting, they're struggling with it. It's not something that they're able to support our kids anymore. And so it's got to come from an outside source.
I want to speak about outside sources because all the business people here, I am going to talk about a concept called, if you want, Zig Ziglar says this. He says, you want people to do something for you, do enough things for others, and they'll do what you need. And so here, for you business owners out there, you want more business in your bottom line profit on your P&L? You're going to support Winners Camp. Attilio, how are we going to do that? I'm so glad you asked. It's called For Benefit Marketing. Adrian, what is For Benefit Marketing?
Well, I mean, when a consumer is looking at different businesses and they see that they're all the same, essentially.
Whatever, plumber, electrician.
But one business is very supportive in the community, especially like for our important nonprofits like Winners Camp, that the consumer is going to feel good about doing business with the business that is supportive of the nonprofit.
Even more specifically, data has shown with interviewing clients and making their choices to choose a product or business, that if they can't tell the difference between the similar businesses that provide the same service, 98% of the time they go with the business that's giving back to the community. So get your big checkbooks out, folks. You're going to be writing some big old checks to Winners Camp. Do you guys have like a donate button that they can just mash and then get the credit card out? Do you guys have a donate button?
Of course they do. Of course.
So,
of course I do.
What's the website?
Yes, winnerscamp.org.
Winnerscamp.org?
Right? Winnerscamp.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So head on over. And also I want to bring up the fact too that I know that you guys don't ever want to have any child not attend because of a financial reason. You guys do offer scholarships. So if you're listening or you know of a teen.
Tell us more about the scholarships. How is that determined and made available?
Our scholarships are financial needs based, and they're all through donations. So donations from private donors, graduates, and we had a nice donation from the Elks Club of Waikiki last year. So we're able to offer scholarships. So exactly, we don't ever want to try to reduce any of the hurdles or the barriers that there may be to get a kid to camp, because they all will benefit from it. And all families will benefit from it. It's a ripple out. It's not just the kids come to camp and then it stops there. We have our last day of camp is a family day seminar where I very quickly in 3 hours try to run through everything I've done in 7 days to give the parents tools so that the kids have had this amazing transformational experience throughout the week, but the parents also go home with some of the same tools. I used to talk about seminars, but not everyone has been to a seminar. But if you go, you see an amazing movie, right? And it kind of really changed your perspective on things. And you exit the theater and everything in the world is kind of just the same as it was before. But our family day seminar that we have on the last day, my goal is to give the parents a lot of the same tools so that they have this new foundation of understanding, so that when the kids go home, the parents also have the same communication frames. And so when your teenager is saying, I feel really frustrated, and I want as a mom or a dad, you're not just like, okay, that's great, but you understand that they're really trying to communicate to you and to listen and how to respond back, so that this ripple affects the family and their schools and their community. And that's really one of our biggest goals, is that, we're not just interested in changing one life at a time. It's just ripple throughout our world.
What is
for the whole family?
For the so what would be the cost for a child to attend the spring program?
So our tuition for 7 days, 6 nights, all of their meals, all of their snacks and everything is $980.
$980.
Wow. That's an amazing price.
Yeah.
And very affordable.
Look at how much really, right? I know.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So, and I keep them very well fed.
Yeah. So if you're a business out there, here would be our challenge to you guys out there. Just sponsor one child.
Yeah. Sponsor a camper.
Sponsor a camper. I think we'll take a look at sponsoring a camper, because here's the deal. Folks, you never know if this person, I'm going to speak it. The next person going through winter's camp out of the 40 years is going to rise up into high leadership somewhere in the world and make a difference. And they're going to be going back to what they learned when they were 12, 13, 14 years old up on that mountain range and bringing it to the rest of the world through their leadership positions. Yeah. That's it. That's what's happening. It is happening. It is happening.
Yes.
It is. It absolutely is. And it's like, children are our future, and really what happens and how they're shaped during their adolescent years is really where they grow to in the future.
Okay.
Well, Jeanette, thank you so much.
Thank you both.
Oh, Jeanette, thank you so much for being our guest and sharing all about the spring break winners camp. And also, we've got the summer one as well. So you can sign up for either one at winnerscamp.org.
Okay.
And also, you business people out there, or just if you don't have to be a business, just anyone that wants to donate and sponsor a camper, go to winnerscamp.org.
It's way up there. So when you get up there, you don't have to worry about them like going off campus, going 7-Eleven or anything, because that's far up there.
You're not going anywhere.
And, if they're complaining on the way up, say, hey, we're not taking you to the whiners camp. We're taking you to winners camp.
Yes.
So no more whining. Once we get to the gate, only winners.
Only winners. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jeanette. And we'll
thank you. And I'll see you soon.
Yes,
yeah.
We'll be seeing you
and
soon.
Thank you for everything you do. We know that this is not the most lucrative thing for you to be doing with your time, but it is definitely giving back to our community 1,000-fold. So we thank you. I've worked with Aloha Council and did scout camps and all of that. It is a thankless job and a lot of energy. So thank you for doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
No, it is. It's my blood, sweat, and tears, but I love it.
Awesome.
So thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Aloha. All right. So
Aloha.
So we've got some open houses to share before we wrap things up. We've got 2 on Saturday.
All right. First one is 911201 Kaneane Street. This is 1H's in Hotel. This is in Eva Beach. Price is at $455,000.
Yep. And it's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's at Coronado, and there's 2 parking stalls, and it's been completely upgraded and remodeled. So come check that out, 10 to 1.
And the next one is at same thing, Saturday, 2 to 5. This one's 91-1020 Kaipalaoa Street, Unit 6402. Eva Beach.
This one is at Spinnaker Place.
Spinnaker Place. This is a grand open house, which means we haven't had an open house on this one. This is the first one, $787,500.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, about 1,200 square feet, 24 owned PV panels, battery backup, premium hardwood, private yard, garage, and storage upgrades.
All right, now we're going to Sunday. So you go to church, and afterwards you're like, let's go look at some open houses. Same, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Next one is 91215 Keone Kapu Place.
This one is also new to the market.
New to the market at $910,000. Give them the specifics.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, a little under 1,400 square feet, move-in ready, split AC. This one has a VA assumable available too.
Yeah. And then we have the next one is 871980 Paqueque Street, Unit 94. This one's in Waianae. This is also a grand open house, never been open before, 550,000.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,200 square feet. It is a detached sea country home. There's also a VA assumable loan potential.
Man, they're just, it's like Oprah giving out cars. You get a VA assumable loan. You get an assumable. By the way, VA assumable loans, you don't have to be in the military. You can be a civilian and assume it if the seller is willing to do that. The next one is 95270 Waikalani Drive, Unit L as in Lima 104 in Mililani, price $499,000.
Evergreen Terrace condo, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, upgraded kitchen with a cool penny tile floor. This is a short sale, and it's approved at $499,000.
Now, I just want to tell you, there are actually pennies embedded in the floor. So because they stopped production of those, the floor is going to be valuable over time. You might have to dig those up and go trade them in for money.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, on that note, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Bradley with Allstate Insurance.
Kenji of Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks.
Amphi of Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Rhino of Hawaii Unified.
Janice with Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio of Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
And Kyle with Impact Wealth.
Brian of Cleanscape.
Benji with Hawaii Referral Agent.
Danny of DHA Financial.
Joseph with Keymasters Locksmiths of Hawaii.
Christopher of Falcon Services.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
And we also want to give a big thank you to Hans, our producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed
Sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.